and welcome to another session with the North American Clinical Research Consortium. Today's lesson is brought to you by core members of the North American Clinical Research Consortium. I'm Dr. Leonard Matheson. Welcome. The focus today is on the doll chair assembly task, the first edition, known as DCAT 1. The purpose of the DCAT 1, that continues today in the current version, is that it is a situational assessment intended to identify executive dysfunction based on observation of the evaluee's response to a just right challenge. Just right challenges are goal-directed tasks with a level of demand that is just beyond the person's current level of ability. Just right challenges are the primary mechanism of successful neurorehabilitation. When I started my career in pediatric neurorehab in 1970 at Rancho Los Amigos, our kids received dozens of just right challenges each week, carefully selected by their therapists and physicians to harness their inherent developmental processes. Our kids were very severely disabled and, for the most part, became very successful adults. Today, we revisit an old case study. More than 10 years ago, we looked at Toby, the managing co-owner of a construction firm, who sustained a concussive TBI 2 months prior to this evaluation. The DCAT work sample test number 1 had been administered to Toby to identify his just right challenge level in a subsequent situational assessment. As we resurrect that video, you'll see Toby involved in DCAT level L, the Papa Bear chair with telephone message interruptions. In the DCAT 2, that is the SA12 protocol. Although the same physical equipment is used in both versions, we've added new tools and upgraded the protocol, which greatly improves its utility. When Toby came to us, he believed that he did not need neurorehabilitation, but his spouse and business partner were concerned that he would return to work too soon. So now let's take a look at Toby as he goes through DCAT level L. After we watch the video, we will debrief using the new DCAT 2 procedures. Toby, this is a timed test of your ability to assemble the doll chair as quickly as possible, exactly as the model. You can refer to the assembly manual or to the completed doll chair. While you are working, if you hear a telephone ring, immediately stop what you are doing. After the second ring, you will hear a recorded message. Record the information that is missing from the message form, starting with today's date. After you record the information, go back and complete the assembly of the doll chair as quickly as possible. If you drop a part, pick it up carefully and continue. When I tell you to start, work as quickly as you can. I will be timing you. Remember, work as quickly as you can and tell me when you are finished. Do you have any questions?
No.
When I say go, start assembling the doll chair. Tell me when you are finished. Ready, set, go.
Hi, Ronald. It's Cindy, of course. It's 7:39 and Bill still is running a fever this morning. I'm going to take him to the doctor's and I should be there by around 10 o'clock, but if you need anything in the meantime, please give me a call. 908-778-7046.
It is 11:09. This call is for Mrs. Byers. I'm calling from Corn Air at 780-713-0681. Teresa, we will no longer be carrying the 7/16-inch fittings you placed with your last order. I suggest you try the company All Use at 909-768-4051. Thank you very much.
Malcolm, it's John. I received a shipment without the assembly instructions. Would you please fax them to me at 601-533-9395. My number is 601-533-0116. It's about 2:33. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. That doesn't work. Let's see here.
Malcolm, it's Ron at 445. I dropped that package off at UPS. See everyone tomorrow. Call me if you need anything. 908-778-3231. Bye.
It's missing a hole. Okay.
Check to be sure that there are no errors. Is it exactly as the model?
But these pieces are shorter. They're wrong.
What's wrong about it?
Well, they're not the right size.
Is there anything that can be done to fix it?
I could cut these down to make them the right size.
Is there anything else that you could do to fix it?
Those don't go. I have extra parts.
Is that it?
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Toby. Using either the old protocol or the new DCAT 2 protocol, Toby's work in the assembly was a failure, despite prompting from his work supervisor. Now, we might consider this a constructive failure experience because it helped Toby accept that he was not yet ready to return to work. And we have some ideas about what to do next with Toby, but the DCAT 2 upgrades provide greater utility. Let's take a look at them. Here are the upgrades: the Cognitive Abilities Profiler, the Employability Rating Scale, the Employment Feasibility Checklist, the ONET Occupational Task Ability Profile, or OTAP, and the DCAT 2 ONET Behavior Anchored Rating Scales. Although the same physical equipment is used in both evaluations, the new evaluation records provide us with additional information. This is the evaluation record focused on SA12 for the cognitive variables. It combines both the Employability Rating Scale and the Behavior Anchored Rating Scale, looking at the ONET variables: oral comprehension, perceptual speed, visualization, problem sensitivity, time sharing, and selective attention. Let's start by taking a look at the ratings provided by Amy OT of Toby's performance in the Employability Rating Scale. Adding up the columns and multiplying by the weighting factor and summing across, we have a score of 12 for the 6 variables, giving us an average of 2.0. How do we interpret this? Using the 5-level Employability Rating Scale, we find that an average score of 2.0 is at the active supervision level. This is the lowest level of reasonable accommodation. Drilling down further into the oral comprehension ability, we find that the evaluator rated Toby at the coached level and provided a behavior anchored rating score of 3.6. Using the Occupational Task Ability Profile, OTAP, we find that a bar score of 4.12 is the minimum necessary level of ability for this occupation, which may be within striking distance for Toby if he participates in neurorehabilitation. We can use the OTAP to explain to Toby and his wife and other stakeholders what this means, so that a consensus can be developed that Toby should not return to work immediately, but should participate in a neurorehab program to improve his abilities in this area. In terms of his employability rating, this seems like a good place to start. If we can increase his ability to self-manage, those are accommodations that can be instituted at work that will allow him to manage himself to return to work safely and dependably. So thank you for your time and attention. We hope that you're as intrigued and excited about the DCAT as we are. We've been using it for several years now. We really believe in it. It's very helpful. We're doing a lot of good. Take care now.